We are hiring at Think Media, and I am super fired up because we have 7 positions open. And so, in this video, we're going to be talking about the different positions that are open at Think Media, the details of how to apply, a little bit about our culture and our values and our mission. So, if you're interested in being a part of a purpose driven team of creators, and intrapreneurs and entrepreneurs that really want to make a difference in the world, then stick around and definitely watch this video until the end so you don't miss any of the details. Because if you do desire to work at Think Media, we really care about those details in terms of applying it. We want you to have your best opportunity of making it through the whole process. But if we're just meeting, my name's Sean Cannell, Rhymes with YouTube channel. In just a second, I'm going to welcome Melissa from the Think Media team. She'll tell us a little bit about the positions. And if you want to skip straight to the website where you can apply, the URL is workwiththink.com. The word work, the word with, the word think.com. We're also going to be taking some time to answer your questions during this live stream. And if you're watching on the replay, watch until the end and you'll get a whole bunch of details as well. And then one other thing, if you could like or share this post wherever you're watching. If you're noticing some issues with the tech, we're trying some new platforms. We are multi-streaming everywhere. I think we're on LinkedIn and X and, of course, Facebook and YouTube. And so shout me out. Where are you watching from in the world? And I'm super excited to dive into the content here in just a second, but you can jump to workwiththink.com. And with that, I want to welcome Melissa to the stream. Mel, how's it going?
It's going great, Sean. This is always one of the most exciting things we get to do here at Think Media is bring on new team members. So I'm really excited to be sharing this with some people who might be joining us as full-time members on the Think team. So I'm excited to be talking to you guys today.
Yeah, I'm super fired up. And I'm going to talk a little bit later about our culture, answering your questions about values or details that you may have. So I'm going to kick it to Mel here to kind of describe an overview of the application process, as well as kind of an overview of the different positions that we're hiring from. But again, if you are just jumping on, we do have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is working.
Ooh.
Rika, thanks for being here. And we got Atlanta in the house. Thanks so much for being here. We got California in the house. And we're coming to you from Las Vegas, both Melissa and I. We are a remote company, but a few of us are based here in Vegas. And so we do a lot of stuff remote. We also fly the team in a couple times a year. We have another LinkedIn working. I wonder if our Twitter X platform could leave a comment and if that pipes into StreamYard as well. And then the way we do questions here is put 4 question marks before and after your question. And we'll get to your questions a little bit later if you have any questions. But good to see you, DHN Crypto in the house. Good to see you, Purposefully TV, Tremel, Tech Troublemaker, Arthur in Denver. Amazing. So fired up to see LinkedIn in here. We got Perth, Australia. Thanks so much for being here from around the world. Okay. So Melissa, let us know, what are the positions, and I'll kick it to you.
Thanks, Sean. All right. I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 7 different positions that we have open right now. That's right, 7 different positions. So some of these positions, we're also looking for multiple candidates. So there are several different opportunities for you guys to potentially join the team. And so if you head to workwiththink.com, I know we are sharing that in the comments across all platforms. This is what you're going to see. You're going to see actually, first and foremost, you'll see a lovely picture of the Think Media team up here on this page. And then we have just some qualifications for what we're looking for generally on our team. We care very, very much about the culture of our team. And we are, in every single one of these positions, going to be very, very particular about the kind of people that we are having join us. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of those specifications today for each of these positions. But first and foremost, you can head to workwiththink.com and kind of follow along with me so you can see all of the available positions. I'm going to be giving a general overview on these different available, different openings, but you can click in on any one of these and see a ton of detail on the specific qualifications we're looking for, what you would be doing in this role, the competencies. And so we put a lot of work into making sure it's really clear upfront what we're looking for so that we can make sure that you're the best fit for our company and that we're also a great fit for you. And so I'm just going to start at the top here and walk through these positions with you. first, we are looking for an executive assistant to be working with Sean Cannell. And so again, this position, all the specifics are on here, but we're looking for somebody who just really has a heart to serve, who's really big into all of the details of just managing a crazy calendar. Sean is all over the place. He has a ton going on, as you can imagine, running this company. And so we're looking for somebody who is just, again, has that heart to serve, be everywhere, do all the things, pick up a lot of different tasks. And so this person is very detail oriented, can manage multiple tasks at one time, can be running multiple projects at one time, and who's ready to just jump in wherever they're needed. And so that position specifically, again, an executive assistant, we would love if you have administrative experience in your past, but primarily we are really looking for somebody who has a heart for this company and who wants to be able to, again, just help at any level that you're able to. And so next up, we'll talk through our sales account executive. This position is, we're specifically, again, looking for people who know our community well, and you want to help out other people who are like you. We're specifically looking for people who are already a part of our program. So you're already part of Video Ranking Academy or VRA Elite, because we want people who know how great our programs are and who are excited to share that with other people and are excited to bring other people into that world. And so if you are somebody like that, who really, again, is passionate about what we're doing here at Think, then this might be the right role for you. We are in this role specifically are looking for somebody who is a little bit more of a driver. Maybe you're competitive, you're motivated by having your sales goals, you're motivated by wanting to just lean in and push more and work hard. This is a base salary available in this role, but it will be largely a compensation based on your commissions. And so it'll be looking for somebody who sees the opportunity that we have here at Think and is ready to hustle for it. So that's our sales position specifically. Now, if you are somebody who, again, loves our Think Media community, you're somebody who is in VRA, in Video Ranking Academy, or in VRA Elite, and you just love helping out other people in that community, one of these three roles might be great for you. If you are, again, somebody who has a heart for sharing with other people about Video Ranking Academy, about the 7R system, you're passionate about those kinds of things, but maybe you're not necessarily that driver sales personality, these three roles are going to be on your radar. So customer success, an assistant VRA coach, and our Facebook moderator. Again, these three positions are specifically for people who are currently in our program, or you're ready to really dive in fast into VRA and start learning. And so our customer success position is for people who love talking to people. A lot of you guys are talking to Logan in our chat right now. Maybe you're talking to Brian. We've got Caleb and Sam. We've got all of our regular customer success employees and Andy, and you see them everywhere. You see them chatting with you in the Facebook group, in emails. If you've ever contacted us at thinkmediasupport.com for any reason, you've heard from one of these amazing people, because they are absolutely everywhere talking to you guys all day, 8 hours a day, 9 to 5. They're talking to our community members in some form. And so if you would love to be doing that and helping support people, helping get them to the right place that they need to be, helping solve problems, hearing people out when they have complaints, when they have issues, and then helping to solve those, then this would be a great role for you. If you are somebody who's actually involved in our VRA Facebook group, you might want to check out our Facebook moderator position. This is the only position on the site right now that is actually a part-time position. So if you're saying, I would love to get more involved in Think Media, but I can't commit to a full-time role right now, then definitely check out the Facebook moderator position. And thirdly, that role of the assistant VRA coach. This is a really big one, because the VRA assistant coach is going to have basically the strictest requirements for people that we are going to be inviting into a position like that. This is for somebody who is passionate about YouTube strategy. You just live and breathe YouTube strategy. You've worked on your own channel, or maybe you've done channel work for somebody else, but you are very involved in posting videos. You've posted a significant amount of your own videos. You have over 1,000 subscribers. You've put in the work and really worked through not only YouTube strategy in general, but specifically the VRA 7R system. That is our specific system at VRA that we teach to thousands of our students. And so that system itself is what we are really interested in teaching, again, through our assistant coaching program. And so if you would like to be an assistant coach and you say like, yeah, that's me, I've done this, I've tested it out, I've put in the work, but you know what, I'd actually really love to be a part of a team. Maybe you've given the solo entrepreneur, the solo creator road a try, and you've said, hey, I was good at it, I love it, and I got a lot out of it. But again, I would love to be a part of a team, be working towards something big with a group of amazing like-minded people, then the assistant coach role might be right for you. We are very excited about that position, specifically to see the people that are going to be joining, because again, we know that there are strict requirements for it. You can see them all on this page, but it is something that's going to give back so much to our current community, being able to share your knowledge and help other people get to where you've been. So again, if you click in on this page, you'll see all these competencies here. These are all of the requirements for this role. So definitely check that out if it's something interesting to you. And finally, we have our thumbnail graphic designer position and our marketing administrative assistant. The marketing administrative assistant, we are looking for somebody who has experience in marketing. There's a lot of different ways that you can have experience in marketing. Maybe you are a copywriter, maybe you've done social media marketing, any kind of digital marketing. Maybe you're somebody who's built out web pages before, you've built funnels. This person would be somebody who, again, just loves digital marketing. You might be following Dan Kennedy, Brendan Burchard, Gary Vee, following other influencers and other marketers, and you're always curious about what is the latest in digital marketing, then that might be the right kind of person for this job, because this is going to be really a support role where you're going to be touching a lot of different parts of the marketing at Think Media. A lot of people might see Think Media as this podcast channel, or maybe as our main YouTube channel over at just Think Media. But there's so much that goes on in the background. If any of you guys have ever joined a web class, a challenge, if you get our emails, that's all being done by our marketing team. And so this marketing administrator would be a part of that team, and again, helping support on a lot of different projects. And so if you guys are chatting with Victoria in the chat right now, she is somebody who is currently in a role like that, and she just has learned so much in the last couple of years, and she has become an amazing marketer because of her experience on this team. And so if you would like something like that as well, to have that experience and to learn and grow very quickly, then this role might be right for you. And finally, we have our thumbnail graphic design role. This role is, again, another one that has requirements of experience. We are looking for highly skilled applicants, people that have a lot of experience in specifically Photoshop and InDesign and all those different, the whole Adobe suite. I'm not a graphic designer, but we look for people that have that kind of experience. And we love our Canva designers out there, but we are looking for that level of experience on those Adobe suites or similar products. And we're looking for somebody who, again, has experience previously in graphic design in some way. So that level of experience. But this role is actually really special to us because we are not only looking for somebody who is an experienced graphic designer, but someone who specifically loves thumbnails and loves YouTube. So you might be a creative who's also very into strategy. You might be also very into trying to figure out and test what is the best thumbnail in this video. You know what? I want to A/B test. I want to put out two very similar versions and see which one is right. Maybe if we just change the background color slightly, is that going to improve our click-through rate? Is that going to improve our views? We're looking for somebody who really wants to get into all of that nitty-gritty and analyze how their graphic designs are impacting the overall performance of our videos on our YouTube channels. So this kind of role is, again, somebody who lives and breathes YouTube. You love YouTube, you love strategy, you have graphic design experience, and you are ready to be a very critical part in the success of our two channels. This role, again, very critical. And so this is going to be a really exciting position for somebody to join. If you are a creator who, again, has had your own channel and has had your own experience creating your thumbnails, then you might have the right experience for this role. And so that role, again, you can see all the details at workwiththink.com. But that graphic design role is, we know it's a very, very specific kind of person who's going to fill that. But we believe that there is so many people in our community who might have the right experience for that. With all of these roles, we are looking for, again, very special people. So I might have said that some certain roles require more experience than others, but really the number one requirement that we have for all of these roles is that you just love Think Media, you love YouTube, you love our mission of helping other people become full-time creators. So yes, this is our mission. We're on a mission to help 1 million purpose-driven people create a full-time living and a difference in the world with online video. So that mission, we're looking for people who are passionate about that, who see how big of an impact video can have on their local communities, on their family, and on really the world as a whole as we're delivering just these purpose-driven messages. So if that mission excites you, if it excites you to be a part of a team of hardworking, just incredibly supportive and kind and uplifting and supportive team members, then this team is, it's right for you. It's incredible. So we're looking for people who are driven about the message, who have the that desire to be a part of a team like that, who want to support and help others, and who are just passionate about helping our community. I hope you know, just from being in our community, that everything we do is to help you. It's to help you get better at YouTube, but also just helping you get closer to your goals. And so we act that out in everything we do and every day. Again, our team members in the chat right now can tell you that we rally around that every single day at Think Media. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're passionate about, is you and your success. And so if you are thinking about applying to one of these positions, then we're hoping that you are also passionate about the success of others and you want to do everything you can to help support that. So those are all the open positions available right now. A few key logistics I just want to go over while we bring Sean up. We're going to do some Q&A. So we see your questions in the chat right now. We're going to address those, but just a couple really quick things. I know one of the most common questions you're going to be asking right now is, when do I have to apply? And so we are looking for applications to be in by October 17th. That gives you 7 days to get your application in. Now, I will tell you, Sean, these people, like you want to get your application in as soon as possible. You really do want to get in. The sooner the better. It's going to give you an edge. If we see your application first and it looks great, we're going to get you into an interview faster. We're going to learn about you more. And so the faster you get your applications in, the better off you are. But if you're watching the replay of this anytime before October 17th, you still have time to get your application in at workwiththink.com. And so that is the deadline. And then please do give us a couple weeks to get back to you. We will let you know whether it is a yes or a no and moving it forward in our application process. But it will take us at least 2 weeks to get through all of the applications and get back to you. So those are the two quick logistic things I want to let you guys know. When you head to workwiththink.com, not only will you see all the details of all these different roles, you'll see an application link that will take you through our 3-step process. Make sure you go through all 3 steps. One is the actual application itself, which will include a video that we request from you. So you'll need to submit a video, you'll need to submit answers to those questions, and then you'll be taken through a cognitive and a behavioral test, because we're just, we've got a really cool process here to help make sure that everyone's a great fit for these roles. So that'll be your 3-step process. Again, workwiththink.com if you want to apply. All right, Sean, is there anything that I missed that you want to go through?
Well, number one, give it up for Melissa. She's crushing it. And so, and thank you everybody for being here. Your comments aren't piping into StreamYard, but I see Nikki jumping on, and Shell, Naz, Zara over on Instagram. Wherever you're watching this, it would mean the world to us if you smash the heart button or the like button, and then share this or tag somebody that maybe you think would be interested in possibly applying to work at Think Media. We've been starring some of your questions. If you have a question, put 4 question marks before and after. A couple rapid fire ones. One question is, can you work at Think or apply if you're not in the United States in this case, Melissa?
We are specifically looking for people within the US. That's for various reasons, but one specifically is we operate on a 9 to 5 PST timeline. If you are on East Coast time, don't worry, we've got lots of people on our team that are on East Coast time, but we are looking for people who are willing to operate within those hours. And then for other reasons, we are also looking for people specifically just within the US. If you think that you are a perfect fit, we do have like the Facebook moderator role, for example, is something that we could look at having people outside of the US, but those details are on the site.
Yes. And then are they all remote?
Yes, every position is remote. We do request that everybody has the ability to travel a couple times a year. Couple times a year. One of the really cool things we do here at Think is we're very passionate about making sure we have great team synergy. And so we bring people in for really fun experiences every couple times a year to make sure that we're also just like syncing as a team, getting to see each other in person. So remote with a couple opportunities to travel.
Amazing.
And that's all paid by the company, but yes.
Yeah, those all the travel. And in some case, about 75% of our team of about 25, 30 people right now come to our in-person events. There's also the opportunity to join remotely. Shout me out where you're watching from. If you're wherever you are watching from right now. I don't know if Kyle meant to jump on there, just a phantom jumping on. But and then hey, I want to quickly tell you about the 5 C's of Think Media, and then we're going to answer your question. So if you have a question, type your question with 5 question marks before and after. If you're just joining, we are hiring here at Think Media, 7 open positions. We're a team of about 20-25 people, 30 with contractors and everything. The specific positions that are open right now are at www.workwiththink.com. You can go there and see those. The deadline to apply is October 17th. So take action quickly. If you can smash like or share out this post with somebody that's maybe interested. We're on a mission to help 1 million purpose-driven people create a full-time living while making a difference in the world with online video. We are most excited about YouTube. As you can imagine, I wrote a book, YouTube Secrets. We really help people crush it with YouTube, but of course, extend their message across video and all platforms. Plus, we have the whole tech side of things with our YouTube channel. And so we really want to make a big difference in the world. But if you don't have these 5 things, you shouldn't apply. What 5 things, Sean? Well, these are the 5 C's of Think Media. Number 1 is character. This kind of makes sense, though. It's the foundation of all other virtues. But character, we need to be able to trust you. We strive to be people of integrity, people of our word, letting our yes be yes, our no be no. Of course, without character, no relationship or trust can even work. So character is the foundation. The second one's chemistry. And this is one of the reasons why Melissa was describing our hiring process. You might be an amazing person. You just might not be a good fit with us. It's probably our fault too. We're the ones that are weird. So are you a good fit for the Think Media culture? That's just kind of getting your vibe and would you fit here? It's not really even a right or wrong thing. It's just a do we gel? We deeply care about our team and the vibe and some of our core values and things like that. So the second one's chemistry. Do you gel here? Then 3 is competency. Are you able to get the job done? Now, when you go to workwiththink.com, you'll see that there is different skill levels for different jobs. We are all about the development of leaders and the development of people. But for a specific job, you want to come in with some experience, some skill, and definitely consider, can you get the job done as it's described on workwiththink.com? Number 4 is capacity. This is a big one for us because getting the job done is one thing. In a 2023 and 2024 world, it's can you get the job done fast and handle pressure, capacity. So it'd be one thing, as a video editor in my past, and that's one of the things we're hiring for. Today, I'm running the company, and so it's been a while. We have other video editors on the team. But I remember I've been in church communications. I've worked in different things. And I remember there'd be like a guy who's like, yeah, I can get you guys probably a video a week, like working at a church. Like a video a week, bro, we need like 4 videos a day. And that's, of course, not necessarily an original video, but I need you to like, give me the long form one, chop it. Let's make it vertical. Let's get that thing out. Like, how can we actually go fast? And the truth is about Think Media is we deeply care about being built to last and family and values and resting. And we're not trying to burn out like that. We're not doing that here. But when we're working, we're working. So can you work fast? Can you handle pressure? In certain environments, like in the sales role, it's one person's like, yeah, I made like 12 phone calls today. 12 phone calls? Make 200, bro. Like, what do you mean 12 phone calls? So there's something about capacity. It's something about like when we work, we work. And when we're off, we're off. We really like to, we deeply value family, kids. I'm a dad. And so we have a lot of parents and different things, of course. Anyways, capacity. And then lastly, courage. Are you ready to step out on a bold adventure? We're a pretty fast growing company. We are it's on my wall. I have a poster that says move fast and break things. We're not a company that doesn't expect people to make mistakes. Like, this is the creator economy. We are pioneering and charting new territory. We're going to try experiments. Not everything works, but can you step out, be bold, be courageous, and take a leap as it pertains to your job, take a leap as it pertains to being innovative and creative in the role. And we're not going to be able to reach our mission of impacting 1 million people, helping them go full time while making a difference in the world. One of the ways we define success is when our community flourishes, when our customers flourish, because we're an education company. So if we can help not just our customers reach more people, impact more people, and do this full time, but if we can also help them perpetuate values of personal growth and faith and making a difference in the world, and being, especially in a time like this where there's so much darkness and there's so much conflict in the world. So we're going to need courage. We got to step out. We got to take a risk. We got to make a move. And so that's the 5 C's: character, chemistry, competency, capacity, and courage. If you like the idea of working at Think Media, you want to explore the 7 positions that are open, workwiththink.com is the URL. If you're just jumping on Instagram or somewhere, you could say this. Somebody asked, can I watch this later? The replay of this, probably the best place to consume it, is on our Think Media podcast channel. Right now, thanks to StreamYard, we are live on Facebook and in our group and on LinkedIn and on Twitter and on X, same place, and on YouTube. So the replay will be certainly available, and it won't actually probably be up on Instagram. So Instagram, thanks for being a part. Thanks for smashing those fire emojis. I see you over here. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I'm excited because, Melissa, we have a whole bunch of questions. And so I'll kick it to you to start rapid firing some of these questions.
Yep, I've got some rapid fire here. Van Rod, we are looking for full-time positions in all of these. And so it would really be applying for one position. If you think that you're a great fit for 2 different ones, you can submit 2 different applications, but we are looking again for full-time roles and people who are going to be fully dedicated to this one role. Steve Lang, could you talk a little about the sales role? So yes, the sales role specifically is, again, a remote position. And the way we do things here at Think Media, specifically sales, we are looking for people who, again, want to help our community and help them move from one stage to the next. And so moving from the stage of just a community member, somebody who maybe just watches streams, who watches the podcast episodes, into somebody who's a part of our VRA community, and then so on. And so we look at our sales position again as it is a customer success position. The sales team is actually on our customer success team because this kind of role, again, is all about helping our community members. So we don't do super hard sales. We, again, are really, our heart is to help people. And I hope that you guys have that experience with us whenever you interact with us. But we are specifically looking for people who do have experience in sales. It is a very specific kind of person who is great at sales because it requires being able to talk to somebody, connect with them, and see what they really need, and then meet that need with one of our Think Media products. And so if you are somebody who has that kind of mindset and that ability to, again, really connect with people and get them what they need, then you might be right for this role. And so this is like we mentioned, there is a base salary, but it is very much commission driven. And so that's part of why we need somebody in this role who's also excited about opportunity, excited to work hard, and again, like hustle towards goals. You're a driver. You might be, maybe you're an Enneagram 3. You might be a D on the disc. There's different personality tests. So that's really more of the kind of person we're looking for. As far as the logistics of the role itself, where you are going to be communicating with our community members through text, DM, email, and on the phone. And so you would be basically having conversations with our community members all day. And it would be on all different platforms. So we're looking for people who are great at verbal and written communication. So if you have any other specific questions, we can definitely talk through that. But I can go through a couple more a little faster here. Elle, we love that. I love that you applied. We're looking forward to seeing your application, and we'll be getting back to you. That's awesome. I saw a couple other people that were saying the same thing. And then we have Colin saying thumbnail design. Yes, Colin, check out all the details of this role at workwiththink.com. Again, there's all the specifics of what that really looks like. But we're looking for people with, again, a high capacity for design and also YouTube strategy. Sean, did you want to jump in with anything?
Yeah, what's also, it's funny when you bring up thumbnail design, like, and that one in particular, and also with video editing. Is video editing on the list, Melissa?
Not on this specific one, but
that one's coming soon. So editors,
yes.
I know a couple editors have commented as well. For a lot of the roles we're hiring, we do want you to come in with experience. And when we think about a YouTube thumbnail designer, it's really different than a graphic designer. And meaning there's, of course, we would want you to be passionate about YouTube, obsessed with YouTube. You study YouTube. You follow 5 or 6 or 7 X accounts, Twitter accounts that geek out about thumbnail design, about colors, about all that kind of stuff. And actually, if you're listening to this right now and you're like, I don't do any of that, but that sounds pretty smart. Well, then stay up, crush some Red Bulls, like you see an opportunity. This is your shot, shoot your shot. But we definitely are wanting someone who's obsessed with the YouTube environment, creator economy environment, and to bring the context of those skills into it. Someone also asked about, I think, the pay for the executive assistant, and yeah, you can see the pay there. With the way we our philosophy for pay, courageous living. I love the EA, and I see it's 18 an hour. Is that based on market and experience? Good question. We base our pay on Nevada. Our S Corp is based in Nevada, and we base it on shooting for the median of that job title in our market. And yes, experience would definitely come into play. So if you're seeing something and you're like, man, I mean, I've been an EA for 10 years, and I've been in this environment, and these are the results I've got, and these are how I've worked for, well, then shoot your shot, apply. I definitely apply. On the flip side, if it's like, I got a year or two of experience and I kind of want to learn more, I want to stretch myself and check out this role, all of those things will be considered when you go through the hiring process. And so good question. But yeah, that's where our philosophy is based. We are an S Corp. It's a remote positions. I know one question RD said, is it okay to work from anywhere? Well, it is US, North America, US though. And we, especially the Pacific time zone, we have current team members all the way from Hawaii to New York and Canada, technically, Mel. And so that would be a contract position, Facebook moderator, if you're in Canada or even, South. But ultimately, the time zone's a big deal, and being able to sync up with us. Some people, because of serving our community and whatnot, there's obviously people get up on the East Coast all the way to Hawaii. We do some automation globally. But yes, US, but remote for sure. So we are a remote company that does gather in person at times. We fly our team in, we pay for it. And so it is okay to work from anywhere, but we are based, as far as our company is based, in Nevada as an S Corp. All right, back to you, Mel, for more of your questions.
Yeah. A couple quick ones. So you can apply by going to workwiththink.com. All of the positions and applications are available there, and you can see the hours per week required on there as well. But all of these positions, other than Facebook moderator, are full-time positions. So we are looking for people who are ready to dedicate full-time hours, which brings me into this question from Architectural Sheet Metal. Thanks for being here. Love having you in our community. And so do we need to put our channel on hold to take the position? So I think this is a great question to address. And so I will say, and I'm sure Sean will jump in here a little bit as well, but no, most of our team members actually have their own channels. We are actually really committed at Think Media to being what we call player coaches. So people who not only teach, but we do. We do so that we can be on top of everything. We can be sharpening our skills and pursuing mastery of YouTube. And so we actually really encourage our team to maintain those side hustles with their own channels. Of course, there are nuances to all of that, but Architectural Sheet Metal, your channel, we would love for you to continue that if you were to come on the team. And so the only nuance there is, of course, it is a full-time position. And so we're looking for people to be able to dedicate that, at least 40 hours a week to this role, and then also continue their own channel is awesome. And so I don't think that's at all a concern. And in fact, if you're applying for something like the VRA Assistant Coach, we're definitely looking for people who already have their own channel. Specifically, as a team, we have a whole, in our Slack channel, we have something called like the Think Tank. And that's actually where, as a team, people get to share about their individual projects they do that's like outside of the company. We get to give feedback and help each other out. And so it's a really cool culture around that.
Melissa, I have some Instagram specific questions. And if you're on Instagram, smash that fire emoji and even a few hearts. And what other options do you have here? The 100. If I could get a couple 100 emojis, that would be meaningful to me. Melissa, somebody's asking, what is the video attachment for?
Sorry, what is the video attachment? On every single application requires a video, and there's instructions on there for what we're looking for out of that video, but so that we can meet you face to face during the application process.
And it'd be my recommendation to you to follow instructions closely, because follow instructions closely in all application process. And our culture too, someone asked, do I need to live in Vegas? I'm just jumping on. You don't need to live in Vegas. These positions are open for the United States. Anywhere in the United States is open. This is remote. We do meetings throughout the day and whatnot. We use Zoom, sometimes other tools, but we are a camera on, dialed setup, USB mic, knowing how to use technology, take our culture seriously, remote company. And so that's also, I mean, what's the video for is the fact that like we recognize that this is remote, but we are doing our best to create a remote culture where we can see you, you can see us, we can connect, we can collaborate. We use tools like Slack, we use tools like Zoom, we use tools like Monday.com. And then of course we rally in person as well. So video attachment allows us to connect with you in addition to the other ways of filling out your application. All right, back to you, Mel.
Great. So this, Kristen, yes, East Coast is totally fine. We just ask that everybody is willing to work on a 9 to 5 PST. But again, depending on the role itself, you might not even have to work specifically 9 to 5, but that's what we say as a blanket statement. And yes, there are benefits. All of our team members get access to all of our courses, also courses that we've purchased as a company. So there's amazing educational benefits. But as a reminder, most of these roles, we are looking for people who are already a part of VRA, because we are looking for people who have experience with that system. It's not necessarily hard and fast. I saw some people asking about the nuances of that. If you really think that you are well qualified for the role and you're not a part of VRA, you can still apply. But just know that that is something that we are generally looking for. I love this question. Are there opportunities for growth? Yes, this company, that is one of the most incredible parts of being a part of this. As I mentioned, I used Victoria as an example earlier, but everyone on our company has come in at a much lower level position than they are now. And that's just within a couple of years. We have Brian, who's I think on with you guys in Instagram comments. He came in as like a social media manager for us a couple years ago and is now running an entire department, building an entire department. So it is this team and the way that Sean runs this team is so incredible, because it really does, it put no limit on what you can do. If you are coming into a company like this with the willingness to work hard, to bring your all, to give a lot of ideas, to be a supportive team member, to have a great, humble attitude, to be a 360-degree leader, If you can bring in all of those 5 C's that Sean talked about earlier, there is unlimited opportunity for you. Now, I will qualify that by saying we are looking for people who are also passionate about these specific roles. We aren't looking for somebody to come in and be like, well, I just want to, get in on this role, but really I want to be like the face of Think Media. I would not recommend that. We are looking for people who want to be in these specific roles for at least 2 years. That's what I always say. Be excited to be in a customer success position for 2 years. Be excited to be a marketing administrative assistant for 2 years. Sure, things might move faster than that. You might move up faster than that. But again, we're looking for people who are excited to be in that position or passionate about it and who are willing to be in that position for a little while, because we are going to put a lot of investment in training you in that. So that would be my answer to that. There's so much opportunity here at Think, and it's only starting. We are really only starting. Sean,
in just a second, I want to kick
Yeah.
it back to you to answer Caleb Box's question. It's a good question. I'm curious what your answer is, but I do want to also take just a moment to welcome everybody. We are hiring if you're just jumping on. The stream's probably only going to go less than 20 more minutes, but we are here to answer your questions. But if you want to apply, go to workwiththink.com. Wherever you're watching this, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, it would mean the world if you hit like and hearted this or whatever, and then shared it. I mean, you could just share it generally, but is there anybody that you're thinking about that maybe would be good for one of our 7 open positions? We are hiring an executive assistant. That's for my wife and I, a sales account executive, assistant VRA coach, customer success role, a Facebook moderator in our private group, marketing administrative assistant, working closely with Melissa, who is on here. She's our chief marketing officer, and a thumbnail graphic designer. Pretty wild because we do so many different videos and now clips that it's a dedicated position that might touch on other graphic design, but would be specializing in thumbnail graphic design. And so you can go to workwiththink.com to see all of those positions. If you have a question, put 4 question marks before and after the question. My name is Sean Cano. I'm the founder of Think Media. The company is co-owned by my wife and I. Founded, officially turned into an actual entity S Corp in 2019. Founded under my EIN as a sole proprietor, working with contractors, really 2016. 10 years before that, the side hustle season where I'm building Think Media on the side while doing other things. I've been doing video for 20 years, YouTube for 16. And our company now is about 30 people, contractors and W-2 employees. And we are growing pretty fast because we're adding 7 new people to the team, as you can see at workwiththink.com. And we're super excited about the future. And one of the things I wanted to share with you as well, because I mean, it's just helpful if we're thinking about, considering working with each other, you might as well know where we stand and would this be a good fit for you? And this might help you consider that. Here's our core values. We have 7 of them at Think Media. Number 1, the Bible is our blueprint. Number 2, we are purpose-driven. 3, pursuit of mastery. 4, big generosity. 5, love above all. 6, resilient spirit. And 7, built to last. Briefly, the Bible is our blueprint. I think the Bible is the greatest success book ever written. Of course, it's a lot more than that. As a person of faith, as a Christian, it's the Word of God, the Bible. That's the book for me. On this rock, I stand. But as we find in the pages of Scripture and the wisdom of Proverbs and the lifestyle of Jesus, in the wisdom of the Gospels, we see how to treat each other, right? How to love one another, and even how to resolve conflict and process issues. So we really are building our company on that blueprint. 2, purpose driven. We want to help 1 million purpose-driven people. So we hope we model that ourselves. And so purpose-driven for us means that we really don't just want views, although that's what we help, that's important. We're not just in this to make money. That's important too, because you need money for the mission. But what's the greater purpose? And so we're on a purpose of impacting people, making a difference in the world. And so we always want to vet all of our decisions and our activities at the company. Are we being purposeful? Or are we just chasing views? Are we being purposeful? Are we just chasing vanity metrics? Pursuit of mastery, higher level than excellence. We, for sure at Think Media, are a growth company. Lots of people have come in at different stages, but we're in the pursuit of mastery, which hint, hint, is never someplace you can arrive, because true masters always have a beginning mentality. Shoshin, they always have a beginner's mentality. So we're lifelong learners, lifelong leaders. We read, we study, we level up. When we win, when we have a successful event, video, campaign, we get into the locker room afterwards, if you will, and talk about how we can do better. We review our game tape when we lose, and we review our game tape when we win. Iron sharpens iron. We are on a pursuit of mastery, personal growth, and always getting 1% better with every upload. We tell people to do that. We want to live the core values first, always getting 1% better in every aspect of our company, internal systems, personal leadership, external content, our events. Big generosity. Giving is a big thing for us. We support 101 kids right now through Compassion International. We do a thing called Thanksgiving. So it's giving of our money. We also want to be generous with our team. We do some profit share things. So it's generous with our team, but we also are generous with content. We hope you experience that. Big generosity means we are generous with free content. We want our free content to be better than most people's paid stuff. And that's a fact. It is. We want our podcast or our channel, the amount of value we give away. And so I think that in the creator economy, generosity wins, and your income ends up being correlated to the amount of value you add to the marketplace. So we work really hard to give as much value as possible, which also, these are connected. Like if personally, if I don't keep learning, if I don't keep getting better, if I don't keep improving, then I'm not going to have much value to give. If my growth stops, really our company stops, our success on YouTube stops, it all stops. And so in order to be generous, that does mean a lot of sacrifice, of continuing to learn, of the pain of being uncomfortable, of like, oh man, my brain hurts. I got to listen to another Audible. I got to take more notes, for sure, because we're constantly getting better so we can be even more generous. Love above all. We want to treat people with love. Did we do it with love? You can imagine, if you're familiar with the Bible, it talks about, man, if we were the best, if we built the best business, if we made the most money, if we were the most talented, if we were the most gifted, but we didn't have love, man, we failed. And so it was important for us to articulate that value, that the way we treat each other, hopefully the tone and the pace. Love doesn't mean we're soft. There's something about speaking the truth in love. Love is not in contradiction to truth. But when it ultimately, at the end of the day, we want our team to feel loved, our community to feel loved, our events to be woven with love. Resilient spirit, that's grit. We don't give up. It means we bounce back when we're knocked down. It means we don't quit. It means we've been through pandemics, we've been through challenges, we've been through negative months, P&L. People probably like, is it negative now? Should I even apply? Things are going good, company's growing, but like no matter, through highs and lows, we are wartime leaders, resilient spirit. And then built to last. And that's our culture of thinking about, we don't want to just chase virality, but that's important in the creator economy as well. Like, we don't want to just have a crazy year where we oh wow, we had a great year, but like we all died. What we want to do is we want to be built to last. And so that does mean we work real hard. We put a lot, when we're working, we're focused, we're disciplined. We do have high expectations at Think Media, but we also have a lot of good PTO benefits, and we have a lot of good, we really value family, and we've got different things for paternity and maternity leave. And we've got just all these different aspects. Healthcare is starting in January for us. Our team's enrolling right now. And so we're still a startup, being about year 7, but these different aspects of being built to last. Saying this, and that's based on Matthew 7:24. If anyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice, they're like the wise builder who built his house on a rock, not the fool who built the house on the sand. When the storm came, the person who built their house on the sand, it got knocked down. But the person who built their house on the rock, they were able to weather the storm. And so we want to be a company that's built to last. And at least what we're architecting for in the way we're building team, systems, our decisions, is how can we just be in business in 5 and 10 and 20 years, still serving people, still healthy, still being generous, still doing all the other stuff. It's Simon Sinek, the infinite game. We're not playing finite games here. We're playing an infinite game. It's legacy over currency. It's built to last. So anyways, those are our 7 core values. If some of those were like, yeah, that sounds awful, well, then that's good. That's why I wanted to share them with you, because you wouldn't want to apply here. And on the flip side, if that kind of like makes your heart leap a little and you thought, man, that kind of sounds cool, I could vibe with that culture, or at least I think I might be able to, then you could see the core values on the screen right now, all 7 of them. Workwiththink.com. I would love to know your aha moment, any takeaways, maybe any questions about those core values. We just have about 10 minutes left here before we land the plane. I'm going to let Melissa answer a few more questions. And definitely smash the heart fire 100 emoji over on Instagram. And let me kick it back to Melissa.
All right. Quick question from Sherry Jones. Do you have to have your own equipment or will it be provided? Requirements are having a good internet connection. That is primary. Because we are a remote-based company, we really need to make sure that you have solid internet connection, and you would want basic equipment to get started. But of course, one of our benefits is after a certain time period that you are on with us, we do help level up equipment and everything, but you do need to come in with a basic setup and internet connection. We've got this question. Are there any beginner positions? So I would say that if you are a absolute beginner, you say, you know what, I actually don't have a lot of qualifications, but I really want to get to be a part of this team. I would definitely look at the Facebook moderator position. That does require, it has its own requirements, but it's something that you could join as maybe more of a beginner. And I'll just say as a general, just for our marketing position or customer success position, if you are somebody who is very driven, is hungry to learn and hungry to serve, and is just ready to, soak up all the information that you would need, and you hit all of those culture points and all of those 5 C's and all of those things are really lined up, but you're like, but I haven't had a ton of experience in customer success. That's okay. That specific position, like I mentioned, the marketing administrator or that customer success position might still be right for you, even if you don't have a lot of experience. And so we just, again, are looking for people who are in an awesome culture fit with us. And so check out more of that page to see if that is you. And so everybody who might just be jumping on, you're asking like, how do we apply? What are the specifics of the positions? Definitely head to workwiththink.com. That is going to be where you apply, but it's also where all of the details are for each one of these positions. The customer success position is a full-time W-2 position for us. The only contractor or part-time position on the site right now is our Facebook moderator position. And Sean, I know you jumped on, so you might have a couple questions you want to go through. And I know you want me to hit Kayla Box too, which I can.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And I see Justin over on Instagram. I know Instagram doesn't pipe over here, so we can't put your question on screen, but he said, I recently moved to Vegas. Is there a local office? And so these are all remote positions. We actually work from home. It's not a requirement that you live in Vegas. However, Vegas is a vibe. And so I'm in Vegas. Yeah. Melissa's in Vegas right now. Mm-hmm. Kyle's in the back end. He's in Vegas right now. And so there is, Jordan is here. Omar is here. So Vegas is where Grow With Video Live is happening next April at the M. Vegas is where our all-team retreat is this December for about 75% of people that can fly in for that are part of the team. So some of our team is relocating to Vegas, maybe because just purely their own, they want to live someplace cooler than they live right now too, maybe. And so all kinds of different things. So yeah, you can be anywhere, but this is open to the US. If you live in Canada, I don't know if Melissa agrees, but I think you could at least apply because it's the right time zone. And actually the thing is, it would be a contractor position so it would be that position that we have. What was the contractor one?
Facebook moderator.
Facebook moderator, because of the time zone sync. And so definitely hit that one up. Anzilla one. And if you're interested. And so yeah, definitely they are all remote positions, and you do have that flexibility. Let me kick it back to Mel for a final few here.
Yeah, sorry. And just speaking of the Facebook moderator position, yes, so this position is set to a limited time frame of 60 days. It is a contractor position. It's part-time and does have that 60 days on it, but there are opportunities to extend beyond that. So if you are looking at that position, but you want to be on more committed, then there will be those opportunities. So definitely check out that position. These are, yes, we do have benefits, as Sean mentioned. So he he just went through a lot of the benefits. So kick back your video like 10 minutes, 5 minutes ago, and he'll go through those. But we love our team, and we want to just keep adding even more benefits as we go. Tuition reimbursement, certainly, the reason I don't even necessarily touch on it initially is because it's like, I feel like it's such a small piece of everything that you're getting inside of like becoming a part of this team, in terms of the grand picture of everything. But yeah, we'd love to have you join, get access to all the different products and everything in there. All right, Kayla Box. So this is a great question. All of these positions are really big for us. I would say that each one of us, as our different departments within the company, would say a different position is like the biggest one we're looking for because it's the one that we need. But from my perspective, Sean, the one that I really want to stress is that VRA Assistant Coach, because it is such a particular position. We're looking for very particular kind of person, and we often call these kind of people unicorns. So I think that all of these positions are kind of like unicorns, but this one specifically, we're looking for somebody who, again, has had success with their own channel to some extent, but who wants to work on a team. And so who can absolutely wants to continue working on their own channel, but is excited also to take a full-time position on a team like ours. And so that would be my answer, because I just think that that's going to be one of our most difficult positions to fill, because again, there's also so much weight that we feel and so much responsibility carried by this position, because we are hoping that a VRA assistant coach is somebody who would graduate into one of our coaches, and our coaches have they have so much interaction with our community and do so much leading within our VRA elite community. And so that is a very special position to us. We're very careful about anybody we would bring on into a position like that, because again, we care so much about the quality of our programs. So that would be my answer, Sean. I don't know if you have a different one, but if you think that you're that unicorn, definitely apply, because we are looking for you, and we're looking for that very, very specific person.
Great answer. I would agree with that, Melissa, but we believe this here at Think Media. Not only are all these positions all the most important, without hyperbole or being cheesy, every position is super critical here. Teamwork truly makes the dream work. And it is one of the things I've realized, as I've also been in this creator economy for a while, as a solo creator, like many of the people we're helping, as someone who literally did every role. It's wild how far we have come because of the team. And one of the things that I learned in my journey was, when you're building something, I heard John Maxwell put it this way: early in your career, you get less credit than you deserve. Call it like 2009 to 2015. I'm really hustling by myself and not getting a lot of encouragement. I'm not getting a lot of credit because you're not really seeing growth yet. I'm editing, I'm shooting, I'm discouraged, I'm depressed, I'm trying to put the work in. And people don't see that entrepreneurial beginning hustle building season, and you might be there. But then what happens is it shifts as the team begins to build. And later in your career, you get more credit than you deserve. And now sometimes people are like, dang, Sean's killing it. No, the Think Media team is killing it. And there is a lot of incredible, smart, generous, humble people that are making this thing called Think Media work. It's not about one person. We really want to build a team, serve people that wants to work in synergy. It says if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. We're trying to go together. We're trying to build something for all of our kids, all of our families. And maybe you feel it in your heart to apply and reach out and see if there's a place that you fit at this company called Think Media. I'm going to land the plane here. Melissa, give me a thumbs up in the background if you're cool. And smash like if you're just jumping on. If you're jumping on just now, workwiththink.com. We're hiring. You could see all 7 positions there. If you enjoyed hanging out today, see on Instagram, I can see the heart and the like laughy face, the crying face. Give me some tears of joy, and then a little bit of fire, and then the 100 Instagram, because I would love a few more people to see this, and just in case they maybe want to be aware that we're hiring, and then they can inspect some of the positions. If you're over on Facebook, share this out or whatever. Thank you, LinkedIn, for being a part our test stream too. Hey, we're always testing and experimenting. This is our first like mega stream. We've never really multi-streamed to LinkedIn as well as to X, and it worked. And so good to see you over there. Twitter, X, kind of, it's hard to say what it is X, but like you have to call it like X Twitter. How long do you think it'll be before X will completely take over the vernacular and no one will remember Twitter? They'll be like, what? Like your kids will be like, Twitter. It'll just be like X, or will we ever make it there? I don't know. Question of the day is the question of the day. Workwiththink.com is where you can apply for the 7 positions. My name is Sean Cannell, rhymes with YouTube channel, founder of Think Media. Super grateful that you would even hang out on a stream like this and be a part of listening to us. And definitely reach out over at workwiththink.com. Apply for any positions that you're interested in, and we will talk soon.